Get started.
Ooh.
Welcome to our Talent is Timeless monthly challenge winners interview. This time with Andy Harding and John Davies. Hi, folks. How are you doing?
Hello there.
Yeah, very well.
John, this must be some kind of record. I haven't been keeping track, but you have won rather a lot of these. Do you happen to know how many monthly challenges you've won over this last year?
I don't think it's that many. I think it's only probably 3, maybe 4. I don't know.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
People keep voting you up there, so you
that's,
don't have to be shy
it's
or
really
or
nice.
feel guilty. It's not your fault.
No, it's really nice.
And the challenge in November was perspective. For the catalogue section, Andy, you won with your song "I Didn't Mean You." Do you want to tell us about this song?
Yeah, it came from overhearing a conversation in a pub, as so many things do. We were back in the UK at the time, and a guy was talking about how immigrants were coming over and taking jobs and driving wages down and kind of the usual stuff. But then followed it up with I've got this plumber, he's Polish, he's brilliant, and he's so reliable. And I tell you what, in our cheaps, all cash. And you're thinking, and then he followed it up about his check cleaner. I don't know, actually does it on the money I pay her. And I'm thinking, well, make up your mind. It's one or the other. And there's this sort of weird thing that you don't want immigrants. Well, I mean, we've just seen actually in the last day, we don't want we want the right kind of immigrants. And I didn't mean you. And I didn't mean, and I've actually heard people say it in front of immigrants, bloody immigrants. Someone said, well, I don't mean you, obviously not you, not you. And you think, who gets to pick?
Yeah.
And it was this sort of, what's the big word? Dichotomy, I suppose, that the argument, the balance between, I think this is wrong, this is awful, because I've been told so by the Daily Mail and the Express. But actually,
I saw you'd put them in your video. You'd made an amazing animated video there.
Yeah, I have a thing about the Mail. But it is this sort of, people are told all the time that this is bad, this is awful. And I occasionally get into trouble by picking people up when I hear this stuff. And you say, but you don't, what is it now? 750,000 immigrants, but we must stop the boats. Yeah, but that's only 40,000, and they're not illegal. They're refugees and they're asylum seekers, and it's just this attitude. And I thought, well, okay, but I did put it out to some radio stations, and I did ask them to explain the context, because the worrying thing is that people are going to get to the first chorus, and it says they're not supposed to be here, and it's basically the Daily Mail in music. And I just wanted people to know that it was from the opposite side.
Yes. I'm interested to know if any radio stations picked it up, because media are very hesitant to pick up.
They
political,
are. Yeah, I mean, I've had. I'm lucky here. I'm in Murcia, down in Spain. I'm lucky here because I have 2 presenters on the local radio station and the owner of the radio station who happen to like my stuff. And I wrote one about the nurses. Well, actually, it was after the pandemic. I wrote one called Angel with Broken Wings about the nurses. And they actually said, we're not going to introduce it. We'll play it.
Okay.
And what we'll say is, oh, and here's a regular contributor, Andy Harding. Here's his latest song.
How did it go down?
Yeah, great. They had quite a good response to it. But they're not evidently under their charter or their license or whatever. They're not allowed to be political.
Yeah.
And I had ages ago when I bought my CD out, I got one on there called it's a kind of anti-religious one. Friends sent me a couple of memes, and it had a picture of the Bible with proof God exists, and under it had a Roger Hargreaves book saying proof that Mr. Happy exists. So I wrote, you can prove anything with the book. So I wrote a song called The Song of Mr. Happy, saying that I believe in Mr. Happy because he doesn't want my foreskin and he doesn't want to stone me to death if I work on Sundays. And I sent the CD round to a lot of radio stations, and several of them actually said, we're going to be playing several songs from it, but obviously not the Book of Mr. Happy.
Right.
Oh, okay, then.
Yeah, it's tough. Would you do you find a lot of your songs are politically motivated or have stories like that
I
a
write
bit
better when I'm
contentious for
angry.
radio? Do you?
No,
That's so
well, that's not true. I
interesting.
write better. That's not true. I
Yeah.
write. I find it easier to write when I'm angry because it spurs me into action.
Mm,
You need something to spark you off, don't you? I can't sit down. I find it difficult to write for a monthly thing
mm,
to a plan, if you know what I mean. I've done some of the in earlier times. I did some of the get-togethers, which were really good. The songwriting things that we
mm.
did, and it was good. But the songs I produced from it were not.
Okay,
I found it
interesting.
too much of a strain to write something. But the
I'm gonna
when I
have
wrote,
to set I'm gonna have to set a challenge just for you, Andy, in one of the workshops, is to
well,
find something that you're really ticked off by and
or yeah,
use
I
that to
mean,
write a song.
I'm claiming credit for Suella Braverman going
Hmm.
because I got again got annoyed about her homelessness as a lifestyle choice. I'm
Mm,
ranting here, aren't I? Um, and I wrote that on the Friday, wrote it and recorded it Friday, Saturday, put
mm.
it on you, did the video, posted it on YouTube on the Sunday, and she resigned on Monday.
Very
So,
good.
oh yeah, that's the result.
Oh, that's excellent. I think it's a great reason to write.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, you need something to motivate you, don't you?
yeah, I don't often go down the path of protest songs, although I kind of have.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not wildly keen on protest songs as was it Dylan said songs never change anything. If you did, they'd ban them. I mean, it's a line,
Yeah,
and if they voted
that's
never
a
change it.
bit depressing.
Um, and but back in the 60s, which I unfortunately am old enough to remember, the groundswell against the Vietnam War, for example,
Mm.
was supported by the folk movement, and there were a lot of protest songs. I don't think they changed people's minds, but I think it was part of a movement. I don't think songs ever change anything. I just think they make people. I think anyone who's anti-immigrant is not going to change their mind from listening to my song. I don't
It's
think they will.
interesting. It's
I
interesting.
don't think a religious person.
Do you think it's like Facebook then? You express what you already feel and people
Yeah,
coalesce around
you're
what
almost
they
talking an
already know
echo
and
chamber, I
feel.
think. Which is sad. And the other thing is, I do write those, but I also invented a persona some while ago called Whistling Willie Jago,
Hmm.
who was the last of the Tamar Delta blues singers, and it was a real spoof. It was, and I wrote quite a few songs about loose women and scrumpy and pasties and stuff. And what's disappointing is I'd written all these songs about the human condition and matters of great import, and I would do a gig and people would say, "Do that one about the loose women and the pasties."
Yeah,
If you
it's
look,
interesting, but different songs for different things. Sometimes I used to write lots of really sad songs,
yeah,
and then it's kind of like it's a bit disappointing if people want the only one catchy, silly song that
yeah,
doesn't really mean anything.
yeah.
But I understand it from their perspective as well.
Yeah, it's quite nice to have it. I mean, that's why I kind of invented the persona,
Mm,
because it's quite difficult to go from, isn't it awful about the people homeless on the street into a song about Lidl selling Cornish pasties made in Wales. It's a
yeah,
bit too much of a jump for people to take in, really.
you got to get a bit of variety in your set.
Yeah. But then again, if you do all miserable stuff, I mean, the one thing that I perversely enjoy, and it's happened a few times, and people say, listen to your song, it made me cry.
Mm,
No, you
mm.
shouldn't really like that, but it does show that you have the power to affect people, to move people.
It's emotive, isn't it? And
And it's easy to see
I
if
think
they
that's what
laugh.
we're after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's easy to see if they laugh because
yeah.
that's an instant reaction. And you know you've hit home with that song because they're laughing at the line you intended them to laugh at.
Mm.
It's more difficult to judge with a serious song.
Yeah. What about you, John? Do you ever write politically motivated songs or
Yeah. I wrote one and posted it recently. One called "Short Measures" about
mm,
fine government and the,
okay.
how they're shortchanging everyone. Yeah, no, I think there's a part for that, and
Mm,
it's about, as Andy says, if you feel strongly about something, you're more motivated to write
Yeah.
about it, and that's absolutely right.
But that's not where your song From Where I Stand came from.
Oh no, that's totally different. Yeah,
Can you
that
tell us about your winning song from November's challenge?
yeah, basically, that was about the county I was born in and brought up in, which was Lincolnshire.
Hmm.
Um, I lived there through, I can't remember how long I lived there, 35 years. I've now lived longer in Wales. Uh,
Mm,
and it's sort of looking at the county from the perspective of living away for so long, and you've still got all those attachments, family, place. And I think I did quote the line, but there's a wonderful line in a Tom Waits song,
Mm.
San Diego Serenade, which says, "Never saw the East Coast till I moved to the West." And
Ooh, great line.
yeah, great line, and it was so apt, you
Mm.
know. So that's probably what led me into writing the song.
I
And
understand. And anything you want to share about your process? Obviously, it was another very popular song with people, and you wrote it for this challenge.
it was, yeah, I'd started writing it before, but never got it finished. So it was the motivation to get it
Mm.
finished. It's very different from my normal style because it's a much more descriptive song,
Mm.
and my writing tends to be fairly plain, fairly narrative.
Mm.
So it was nice that it was is done well because it was different for me.
Mm.
But yeah, I was pleased with it when I got it finished. Yeah,
It's a fabulous song, and it's interesting that you tried something different and people really recognized it and liked
yeah.
it for what it was. I'm curious to know what your favorite bit of the song is, a line or melody. What was your favorite part?
Well, I'm from a steel town called Scunthorpe.
Mm.
Lincolnshire is a county of arable farming, crop farming.
Mm.
Um, and at one time in the past, when they cleared the fields, when they harvest the fields, they used to burn off the stubble. Um, and they don't do it now because it's not very environmentally friendly.
Mm.
But my favourite line is because living in Scunthorpe, in a town where there's blast furnaces, where they tap the furnace and all these the steel is tapped into ladles which are on a railway through channels. It's a very crude process where they've got all sand either side as this molten steel flows through into the ladle. So my favourite line was molten rivulets of steel flows through the stubble burning. So that was
Mm.
just connecting two little bits.
And very descriptive, just as you said.
Yeah,
Strong imagery. Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Andy, what was a favorite line or part of your song?
Oh, I don't. Probably the bit about the girl in the nursing home. Because my mum was in a nursing home, she's gone now, and most of the staff were European EU immigrants.
Mm.
So that kind of hit home.
Mm. Do you remember the line off the top of your head?
I didn't mean Greta, the girl from the nursing home, who held my father's hand the day he passed away.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's very touching.
Suzanne was saying that she was going to find it difficult to record her song. I don't know if you're following this, that she's written. Her husband's not been well lately.
Mm.
And I said, there's some songs I get quite choked up
Mm.
singing, and that was, I think it was 8 attempts at that verse. It's,
Oh God.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the advantage of recording into a door, isn't it? Well, I'll just drop in there and do that verse again. So
Mm.
yes, that was. Can I just say, I thought John's song was brilliant, and I just listened to him playing guitar, and I've been playing guitar all these years, and I still can't do that.
What's your secret, John?
Practice. I'm
I
not.
thought
Damn
maybe
it.
you were Cornish. Yeah, I thought maybe you're Cornish and had more fingers than the rest of us, but
No, afraid not. No, just been playing a long time and lots of practice. I wouldn't say I'm a natural musician, but I've been playing so long, so
10,000 hours.
I got somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, it shows. Both of you have written very moving and interesting songs that were obviously very popular this month. So thank you for setting the December challenge. A Winter's Tale. I like that it's broadened out it went from Christmas to celebrating any of the festivities that happen around this time of year. I think that's very inclusive and very interesting. I'm curious to see what people write in response to that. Is there anything that either of you would like to add to anyone who is thinking about entering this month's challenge?
No, I think it's a fairly open thing. I mean, they may not even write about the sort of festivities. They might just
Mm-hmm.
write about the season. So there's plenty of scope
Yeah.
for people, I think.
Yeah.
I would also just encourage people. There is a bit of discussion on the Facebook group occasionally. Oh, I'll never win because I don't produce my songs and I can't do flash videos. And you only have to look at John, who's now won 3 or 4 times,
Mm.
who does a straight to camera, him and his guitar, and has won 4 times.
Mm.
And I'm spending hours in my studio and I've only won once. It's not fair, I tell you. It's not fair. Just because he's bloody talented, it's not fair. But no, I think it's true. It's that people shouldn't think because they've only got X amount of. If you've got a guitar and a voice, then you've got all it takes. And I would just, but don't point it up your nose.
It's easy to do, but yes, that's a very encouraging message to end on. So thank you, Andy. Thank you, John, and congratulations again on winning the November Perspective Challenge, both of you.
Is the check in the post?
It's in the mail. It's on its way. In the next life, it will arrive. I promise.
Can I say I've got some nice news, because I know you like collaborations.
Absolutely.
I know you like collaborations, Saskia, but I've done a couple of things with other Talent for Timeless members. I covered I've covered a song. So Chris Penny's song.
Penny's, yeah.
And I did a little bit of instrumentation for Tracy Dillon. But this month we're releasing a track. I'm releasing a track with Rebecca Richards.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a duet. And
Fantastic.
she wrote the music as part of that lyrics thing where you ask people to put music on and write lyrics. So I wrote the lyrics to it. Then I've done some production of the song, and we should be kicking that out this month.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, where can people, not just me, but where can anyone who wants to support and find out about it, where can they hear it? How can they stay in touch?
Well, we've still got to post it to the sites, but we'll be doing it this month and sticking it on the Facebook page. But yeah, I really enjoyed the process and quite pleased with the results as well.
I bet it's going to be amazing. And you're right. I love to see collaborations between members. I think it's always fruitful. So make sure to send it my way and definitely post it on the site so that we can all give it a listen.
Okay.
Yeah, what a treat. Brilliant. Okay, thank you both very much.
Thank
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
See you soon.
See you again.
Bye.